This is Ceti Alpha V!
Hey everybody! Alright, today we're going to take a look at another really cool collectible from SD Studios. So you've seen me do a couple of videos showing some of the items that they make. One of them was the Star Trek, the original series, Korob and Sylvia alien creatures from the Cat's Paw episode, and also a Borgified Tribble, a Tribble that was assimilated by the Borg. Now this is another awesome Star Trek prop, and this is from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Absolutely love that movie. Probably arguably most people's favorite from the original cast movies. I'm not kidding. I've probably seen that movie about 60 times. I am not kidding you. I've seen it so many times I know the words by heart. So this is the Ceti eel, the creepy looking eel that Khan puts into Chekhov and Captain Terrell's ears. So in case you're not familiar, let me show you some clips from the movie. So in the movie, Chekhov and Captain Terrell beam down to what they think is Ceti Alpha 6, but it turns out it's Ceti Alpha 5. Now, in the original series episode Space Seed, when we first get introduced to Khan, this is Khan here now, played by the amazing Ricardo Montalban. He reprises his role, and he does such a great job in this movie. I absolutely love him in this movie. So you find out that Ceti Alpha 6 had exploded and knocked the orbit out for Ceti Alpha 5, and it laid the whole planet to waste. So now they had to sit, his band of people here and himself had to try to struggle and survive during this whole time in the last 15 years, and Captain Kirk forgot to come back and check on them. Now, this is the first time that we get to see the Ceti eel. It's in this tank right here. You'll see the sand moving around in there, and we get a good close look at it. So here Khan entices it to come out. You can see how creepy it looks. It's like a giant, weird worm type of creature. It's awesome looking. So Khan uses these tongs to take out the larva, or like the little babies, out of its back, because he has a sinister plan for those things. Khan explains that when these creatures are placed into the ears, they wrap themselves around the cerebral cortex of the brain, and it makes people become more susceptible to the truth, because he wants to know why Chekhov and Captain Terrell are there on that planet.
Later, as they grow, follows madness and death.
Khan places these creatures inside their helmets. When they put the helmets on, the creatures immediately start heading towards their ears. It's a really creepy scene where these creatures go inside of their ears. All right, so now let's take a look at this. Now this is, I think these were limited editions is what I saw. Now I got this on eBay. I went to their website and I don't see these on their website. So they were selling these on eBay. Now there was one more left. I think they may have more than one. And they're on eBay now. I got this for a little bit of a discount, which is nice. And these guys make some really nice stuff. If you've seen those videos in the past, you know what I mean. They make some really good, nice looking stuff. All right, so let's see what we got here. So it looks like here on the top, this is going to be the stand. So they have this stand. Now this looks like it's going to be similar to the stand that that the other things came with. The Korob and Sylvia and the Borg, the Borgified Tribble. God, I just love that thing. That's just too funny. So they're kind of like these metal frames. I don't know if they have these especially made for them, and then they just kind of use them. This one looks like it's a little bit smaller. Maybe they might be just picture frames. I really don't know. All right, so this is what it looks like. So you're gonna, it's gonna sit on here. Now I know it looks kind of rough right here, but there's a reason for that. All right, but you can kind of see how it's inset a little bit here on the edges. It's going to be very nice. All right, now let's see what we got next here. Okay, this is great. So this is some official, or maybe not so official, Ceti Alpha V sand. Yes, it's actual sand. So you're going to pour this sand into that frame, make it look like it was in that little container that Khan kept them in. And then you can also add a few rocks in there for just kind of like a little extra detail. So this is cool, and I think they measured it out so it'll fit in that frame. You might have a little extra there. All right, now let's take a look at this. This is going to be the eel itself. All right, ooh, there's a nice little metal plaque that's going to go on here. Oh, that's very cool. All right, let me see if I can get this off. Let me see. This might be actually part of the... Oh, okay, yeah. No, it looks like it's in its own little bag here. So here's what that looks like. Am I in camera right there? Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, Ceti Alpha V Eel, Stardate 8130.4. And then you got the SD Studios here, and then the Starfleet emblem. Looks like you can stick this onto the side of the frame. Those are always really nice. All right, let's take a look at this now. See if I can try to cut this tape a little bit. Don't want to cut the eel though, that's for sure. Now I think these are made of like a really high quality resin, is what they were saying. It's not like it's not like a real cheap resin or anything like that. All right, let me see if I can cut this too. They always wrap these really good, so that's good. I mean, nowadays you got to ship everything so that it can just kind of handle the trips to your house. All right, well, let me fumble with this a little bit so I can get the tape off of here. Okay, so now I think I got enough of this off of here now that we can kind of get it out. Wow, this is really nicely wrapped. So it's relatively light, and it feels like it's a little bit hollow on the bottom. All right. Ooh. Oh. Look at that. Oh, this thing is creepy looking. Ew, I don't even know if I want to touch it. Ew, that is... Oh, wow, this is something else. Oh, wow, this is amazing. Get all this out of the way. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. Wow, that is cool. Wow, this is painted really nicely. Ew, look at that. They even got some slime on there. I don't know if it's showing up. There's like slime. Kind of like where Khan got that little young version of it. Ooh, look at those eyes. Wow. Oh, that looks so good. Looks like there's a little bit of a shine to the eyes, too. You can see it right there. Look at that creepy looking mouth. It looks all wet underneath there. You know, the legs are really creepy because you don't really get to see those in the movie that much. Very briefly, when it first comes out of the sand, you know, it kind of raises up out of there. But most of the time, the sand is covering the legs. See what the bottom. Okay, so here's what the bottom looks like. It's just kind of like this hollow cast kind of thing. But they said it's like a really nice resin. So that's a really nice resin material. You know, it's flat because it's going to sit on that base. Oh my gosh, this is really awesome. Okay, well, let me get the sand put in that stand, and let me get this guy on here. We'll take a look at it. This is so cool. All right, here it is. Oh my gosh. This thing is so cool looking. I love this. This is so, so awesome. I mean, it looks creepy, and that's how it's supposed to look, and it's fantastic. So, you know, I've been looking at these for a while. Well, there's other people that make these, and I've seen them off and on eBay, and I think they're even on Etsy too, and I'm not really sure how good a quality any of those are. But I've been kind of looking around. I've been wanting one, but I didn't know, you know, some of them look better than others. This one here looks absolutely phenomenal. And in fact, you can even see some red that they painted in between there. That looks really good. But the reason this looks so good and so accurate is because it was molded from the original mold. So apparently they got a hold of the molds, and they said they got some molds from some other stuff that's going to be coming out in the future. So I can't wait to see what those are going to be. But these match up. In fact, I was looking at the movie and I was noticing these ridges in particular, because you mostly see it from this side. They do match up. Like, see how this one sticks out a little bit more? You see that in the movie. And then this one's a little bit lower, and then this one's a little bit higher. It sticks out. So they match. These actually match up. So this is from the original molds, which is fantastic that they did that. So yeah, so the sand really adds a lot to it. I didn't put, the whole amount of sand in there, just kind of enough to cover the bottom so you don't accidentally spill it. I certainly don't want to spill all this sand everywhere. I grabbed some rocks from in front of the house and just kind of put them in there to make them look kind of nice. The eyes look so good on it. Look at that. See how they're kind of shiny? And the mouth is all kind of red, and looks like you can see some shine on there. And then you can see the slime up here too, where Khan would have grabbed the little youngling out of there. That was a really creepy scene. I remember when I first saw that movie, I think it came out in 1982 and I was in the theater. And I remember seeing people holding their ear or their ears. It was just so funny because that was a really creepy scene. Just thinking about how painful that would have been for Chekhov and Terrell. But yeah, this is awesome. So these are from SD Studios. They said they're going to be a very limited run on these. So I don't know what that means. On eBay, they have there is at least one for sale on there right as of the making of this video. And it looks like they have more available. So if you want one, I would jump on these really quick before they're gone. I don't know how accurate the other ones are that I've seen on eBay and Etsy and all those places, but this one is from the original mold. So that's about as accurate as you're going to get, as close as you're going to get to the real deal. I wonder what happened to the real Ceti eels. They were probably made of like latex or something and dried out and faded away, unfortunately. But this is a nice quality resin. It'll last forever. All right, well, this is very cool. I'm very pleased with this. So if you want one, head over to SD Studios and get it. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like this sort of weird stuff, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'd very much appreciate it. And until the next time, I will see you on the next video. So thanks so much for watching and have a good one.